First things first, we'll want to disconnect the positive. Oh, gotta get it going the right way. The positive battery terminal here with this, it's like a 8mm socket on a side post, which is what's supposed to be in here. New battery, 1023s when they got it in at Costco is where I got this from. Not a fan of Interstate brand, but that's what they have. $99 battery for a 3-year full replacement warranty. You can't beat that. But now that that's undone, I will get to the rest of it here, and I think it's a 10mm I'll need for that. One bolt, then it hinges out of the back here, it lifts up. And then same 10mm, I think it's 2 bolts. Got to unhook the mass airflow sensor, which we can do that right now on the camera. I think that thing's got to pop out. I got to get my gloves too, it's cold. Yeah, I don't know how I watch other YouTubers doing this. YouTubers doing this stuff one-handed, holding the phone the whole time, or a camera. Unless they had it mounted on their hat. I don't know. I'll be back. Now you see this stuff. We're back. Got the air intake off. And just to show you this. One bolt. And then it just hinges a little bit and comes. That slips right on out. Right on out. Yeah, right. In a perfect world. Maybe I do have to take one of these connectors off. I didn't think the overflow. Didn't think I'd have to. Not from the whole whopping 2 videos I found on this repair on the interwebs and YouTube. I was looking. That's kind of why I want to do this, is because there's not much content on YouTube showing you how to do it on a 4.3 liter V6 in a Chevy Express van, or whatever the GMC version of the cargo van is. I know they have the Savannahs, but I'm not sure what the other one is. I don't know. And Derek over there at Vice Grip Garage, I've been watching a lot of his videos. He's a hoot. Makes this stuff look easy, but then again, he's working on older cars. It is easier. This, I don't know how people do this one-handed. I'll be back. Guys, got air intake gone. Cooling reservoir gone. That's what I got to get to. But if you see, this whole fan shroud, it's kind of in the way. So that's going to go. So I'll be right back once that's gone. Take just a minute. Okay guys, I'm back. This fan shroud here has been a pain in my butt. And from what I can find out searching on the web, which as much of a hassle as this is, I can't believe there's not more help or content out there to show how to get it off the vehicle with the 4.3 liter V6. Because of it being a V6, using the original standard motor mounts as the V8s, the motor sits back further, so they extended the shroud here further, which makes it nearly impossible to take off unless you remove the fan clutch and the whole fan blade assembly. That would give it room to tuck out. But instead, I've done research, and I am cutting this SOB literally in half, as you can see, with this little hacksaw here. I've been working on it for about 3 minutes, and I'm that far through it. I figured I'd shoot a video before I get it completely cut in half, let y'all know what's going on with it. And then it's going to come out in 2 pieces, and then I'm going to drill holes along each side, and I'm going to stitch it back up with zip ties once I get it back in there. Gotta love my zip ties. Stay tuned. I'll be back for more. And there you have it, guys. It is now in 2 pieces. And now it should be a whole lot easier to remove this thing. We'll see. It's really hard to do one-handed. Hell, it's going to be hard to do two-handed. But honestly, all I really need off is that left side right there. Holy crap. I'll be dipped. It's that easy when it's in two pieces. And now you can see the alternator and the belt and the tensioner pulley. Oh my goodness. Remember, I'm not a mechanic. I don't know how to see in the dark behind stuff that I've never worked on before. There's that new rack and pinion down there, that whole new rack they put on before I bought it. I wish I would have put this new alternator in before I bought it. That would have been dandy. But back to it. Okay, back with ya. And here's where we are and where it stands right now. At this point yesterday, I threw in the towel. I was ready to give up. And I'll show you why. Let me get into a closer look here. Coming down. That is the alternator. And I believe that is a heater core line that goes right above it. It goes over here. Let me get around, and there you see it going down right behind the belt. And I believe that hooks right to the back of the top of the water pump there. And I think that definitely has to be removed. I think once that's out of the way, it should be fine. If not, I got these dipstick tubes as I'm filing them out here at the top, if you can see them coming all the way out. And then there's the dipsticks. We'll go back in on that, file them up. Look at the top, going back, going above that high pressure heater core line there, and right above that you can see that nut right there. I think that's the only one that holds those dipsticks tubes in place. And I think I don't think the dipstick tubes will really be very much in the way, but they might be. But that's just more crap. And I'm not a mechanic, so this is terrible. This is taking way too long for something that should take, 10 minutes. Definitely a design flaw, reusing the same motor mounts for the V8s for the 6-cylinder instead of placing the motor more forward on different motor mounts that they could put in there. But it is what it is. It's what I got. I will never get a cargo van with a V6 again, because the V8s are much easier to work on. But that's where I'm at. It's either going to be fixed by me on Sunday when the weather's nice. It's too cold and it's starting to spit rain on me right now a little bit. But Sunday it's supposed to be in the mid-40s and sunny before we get the snow here in St. Louis. But that is the beast right there, the monster. And oh, check this out. Let's walk around to the inside. I took the doghouse out as well as the passenger seat so I could get that said doghouse out, the engine cover that's inside the van. And there it is from the back side, inside the cab. And all to get... Sorry, I hit a button. It stopped recording. All to get that air cleaner hose off the throttle body that's right there. Whereas on the V8s, it's forward facing. It doesn't go way back on top of the motor like that. So another pain in the butt with that. And the screw to unloosen it, the clamp on that, faces the inside of the cab. So there was no way in hell I could get to that, even with a long screwdriver from the front. So I had to take that doghouse out to get that off and get that enough out of the way to get that fan shroud out. But that's the Vortec 4.3 liter V6 right there. Which, I hear the transmission's really good for these, though. It's really durable and holds up for a long time, which is good. Oh, that's a good thing to know. There's where I charge the AC. I don't know if that's a high pressure or low pressure side, but that's one of the ports for the AC. At least that's what it looks like. That's good to know. To get that doghouse out, though, I got to take the bottom of the dash out right here underneath the steering wheel and over on the passenger side before you can get the doghouse out. Another design flaw. But it's a learning experience, all this. And there needs to be more videos out there on the 4.3 liter in Chevy Express vans, the 1500s. Definitely more YouTube videos and more information and how-tos, because there is just a lack of them. All I can find mainly is on the pickup trucks, the Silverados, the Sierras, It's a 4.3, which you can watch for some basic stuff. But the way they got it crammed in here and the rerouting of hoses and stuff to fit in a van is way different when it's crammed way back in here. Anyway, till next time. This one's just for you, Jason, because that is the water pump, because the power steering pump is down here. Just showing you. As you see, the belt's still kind of going around everything. Anywho, definitely heater lines. Hey guys, Tim Fix here, showing you the stuff with the car here. The van. Look, that's the new alternator. The new alternator. I don't know how good you're going to see it down here, but let's get the camera around here. That's where the old alternator was. I got the SOB out. The weather lightened up enough. I had to go get a shorty 13mm socket to get it done. But yeah, it's out. Now I got to see if I can get this one in till the next time I air. We'll see. Hey guys, back again. As you see, I have the new alternator installed, belts on. That is the first successful attempt I've ever had of putting a belt on. And this is a serpentine belt that goes all the way around and around and around, and it's there. But it's installed. Battery's still unhooked. I still got to put everything back together, but much better lighting today than last night when I was working on it. It got too dark, and the temperature was really dropping. And I was grabbing wrong nuts and bolts and screws and stuff and wrong wrenches, so I had to call it a day. But I got to put everything back together here in the engine compartment, as well as here inside the cockpit. I got to get all this put back together, get the dash back on over here, dash back on over underneath that side. And, oh yeah, there's no passenger seat. I got to put that back in too. It's actually right there. But I had to move that out of the way to get that doghouse off that motor cover. Had to get that out. But hopefully I'll have this all put back together and buttoned up today. And I have to zip that fan shroud up that I cut in half. Literally zip it up. I got to drill holes in it and zip tie it back together. And, rehook the hose up to the radiator after I get all that crap done. It's going though. What's a guy to do? Get this thing running, but that made me money today. I just did a catering order. Gotta love the Ford. And we got weather coming that I'll have to take advantage of that four-wheel drive. Hopefully with the snow coming in, it'll make me some good money because I can get out there and drive when others are stuck at home. And we have the passenger seater back where it belongs. The passenger seat, I don't know what I just said. The passenger seat back in. Driver's side is done. It's buttoned up, except I'm missing the two 10mm screws that hold it in. I don't know where they are. I'll find them later. No big deal. It has clips that keep it in place, and I'm not really too concerned with that right now. I'm more concerned with getting the underneath the motor done. Okay guys, I'm front side now, getting the fan shroud put in to give you an idea of what I'm doing here and how I did it. You saw earlier I cut it in half and split it down the middle. Well, I drilled holes all the way to the back. I'm going to do this a little better later, but this is just for now to get me back on the road. But I'm getting ready to zip them up. The one back there underneath that air intake hose, which I should have put this shroud in before anything, because that thing has been nothing but in my way. It is very hard to move. It's very thick rubber, and it is an absolute pain in the butt. And there's no way I can take it back off now because of the I already put the inside back together. I should have did the shroud first. If you ever do this job, always put the shroud back in place first before you put anything inside together or anything else. Shroud first, fan shroud. But that's where I'm at. Gonna zip this up and get her tightened up, and then get her all back together. There you have it, folks. You see, I got power. The light is on. Motor is running. It fires right up. I don't see anything flopping around. I'm going to go check the voltage real quick. See how that's going. And she is right there where it needs to be. Check engine lights are gone. I had a couple of those flickering up. You can see I'm at 81,775 miles on her now, and I got it with, what was it, 78,020 miles is what I got it with. So I'm going on 4,000 miles that I put on it since I got it. Alternator should have went out, but I think this vehicle may have sat a lot in the lot over the 10 years of its life. The guy had a fleet that owned this previously. I got couple more fixings to do. Oh, I see something I didn't do. I got to run up to AutoZone and get some Dexcool and put in this because I'm a little low because of that. Well, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to let it cool off before I put it in. Till next time. This is the beast, and she's going back on the road.